Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The message came at 2:17 a.m. I remember the time because I had been staring at the ceiling for hours, listening to the quiet hum of the refrigerator down the hall and the soft rhythm of her breathing beside me. Sleep hadn't felt possible lately. Something inside our house, inside us, had shifted and I couldn't name it. Her phone lit up on the nightstand. Just once. A small silent glow. I told myself not to look. I looked anyway. I missed tonight already. No name. Just a number I didn't recognize. And a red heart. My first reaction wasn't anger. It was confusion. Thick, heavy confusion that made my chest feel hollow. Like someone had scooped something out of me while I wasn't paying attention. I placed the phone back exactly where it had been and lay there, staring into the dark, listening to her breathe as if nothing in the world had changed. But everything had. Looking back, the signs had been there long before that message. Missed calls she stepped outside to answer. New passwords on apps she used to leave open. The way she started laughing at her phone. Soft, private laughs that never reached her eyes when she looked at me. I told myself marriages went through seasons. Stress. Routine. Distance. All the ordinary explanations people use when they're afraid of the real one. So I tried harder. I cooked dinners she used to love. Suggested weekend drives. Reached for her in bed even when she turned slightly away, pretending she was already asleep. Each small rejection felt insignificant on its own. Together they formed a quiet pattern I didn't want to see. 3 nights after the message, she left her laptop open on the kitchen table. Not carelessly. Almost like she wanted to be caught, though I didn't realize that until much later. I stood there for a long time staring at the screen. My reflection looked back at me, warped in the dark glass. Then a notification appeared. A name this time. A conversation already open. I didn't read everything. I didn't need to. There are moments when the truth doesn't arrive all at once. It seeps in slow and cold, until you realize you've been standing in it for minutes. Photos. Plans. Words she hadn't said to me in years. And one sentence that felt strangely calm compared to the rest. I think I need more than one person to be happy. My hands didn't shake. My heart didn't race. I just felt quiet. Like the world had stepped back a few feet and left me standing alone in the space where my marriage used to be. I didn't confront her that night. Instead, I watched her across the dinner table, noticing details I'd ignored for months. The careful way she avoided my eyes. The politeness in her voice where warmth used to live. She wasn't cruel. That somehow made it worse. Cruelty would have been easier to fight. Distance is harder. You can't argue with someone who has already left in their mind. The confession came on a Sunday morning. Sunlight filled the living room. Dust moved slowly in the air. Everything looked painfully ordinary. She sat across from me, hands folded like we were discussing bills or groceries. I don't think one person is enough for me, she said quietly. No anger. No tears. Just honesty that arrived too late to save anything. I waited for the rest, for apology, for confusion, for some sign she was unsure. None came. What about me? I asked. My voice sounded unfamiliar, like it belonged to someone older. I care about you, she said. But I feel incomplete. And I don't want to keep pretending. Pretending. The words settled between us like dust that would never be cleaned. I thought I would argue, demand, beg. Instead, something unexpected happened. All the nights of doubt, the silent suspicions, the quiet grief I hadn't admitted to myself, they gathered into a single clear feeling. Not rage. Not even heartbreak. Just understanding. She had already chosen a life that didn't include me the way marriage is supposed to. And love, real love, can't survive where it isn't chosen back. So I nodded. She looked surprised. Maybe she expected a fight to justify leaving. When did you decide? I asked. A while ago. I believed her. Because I had felt the absence long before I saw the proof. Packing took less than an hour. It's strange how quickly a shared life can fit into a few boxes. Stranger still how quiet a house becomes when hope leaves before the people do. At the door she finally cried. Soft, uncertain tears like she wasn't sure she was allowed to feel sad. I never wanted to hurt you, she whispered. I know, I said. And I meant it. Pain doesn't always come from cruelty. Sometimes it comes from truth arriving too late. After she left, I sat on the floor of the living room with my back against the couch. The silence felt different now. Not heavy, just honest. Memories came in waves. First dates, late-night laughter. The way she used to reach for my hand without thinking. For a moment, love tried to convince me to chase her. To offer less of myself just to keep her close. But another voice, quieter, steadier, rose underneath it. The voice that knows self-respect and loneliness are not the same thing. It's been 8 months. The house feels warmer now, though nothing about the walls has changed. Some mornings still hurt. Healing isn't a straight line. But the confusion is gone. And that alone feels like breathing fresh air after years in a closed room. I used to think losing her would destroy me. Instead, it revealed something I had forgotten. Love should never require you to disappear to keep it alive. And the night she said she needed more than one man was the night I finally chose to be enough for myself.